I wasn't even going to make a video of this, guys. However, I've seen all of the backlash, I've seen the tweets, and I think I'm going to get my input on it. So if you haven't already seen or heard or scrolled through Twitter or any social media, especially in the gaming world, essentially all you need to know is Microsoft Xbox is now, at least in the United States, able to buy out and continue the rest of their purchase of Activision Blizzard, which, you know, is the biggest acquisition in gaming history, you know, by far, even more than the Bethesda acquisition. So anyway, now that it's okay in the United States for it to go through, I was scrolling through Twitter, and a lot of my friends were also scrolling through Twitter, and the backlash is insane. I know there are some bigger YouTubers out there. I'm not going to even give them or mention them in my video, because if they ever find this, they'll be like, oh, he just said this to get views and clickbait. Genuinely, I don't care. But there's a guy who is so far up Sony that he just absolutely just loves Sony. And anytime Xbox or Microsoft or anybody does anything that's not Sony related, he instantly thumbs down, it's negative, all that fun stuff. And if you don't know who I'm talking about by now, then I'm sorry, but it's all over Twitter. Anyway, said Microsoft, there's a 99% chance that Microsoft won't get it, because in the UK, they're still saying that, you know, no, this deal's not going to go through, which, I mean, I don't know if that's a 99% chance that won't go through. However, I'll be honest, I haven't read the documentation over in the UK version of it, so I don't know. But what I do know is that this is probably, at least at this moment, not a Microsoft L. I see so many people defending Sony. I see a lot of people who are just diehard PlayStation fans super upset, and I get it, right? Like, you guys had all these great games. The PS4 was a fantastic console. The PS5 has been doing very, very well. The Last of Us series is great. Uncharted was great. And the list goes on and on. However, the second that Sony's not winning, a lot of people are upset. And I think Sony has had a lot of anti-consumer practices go on. But at the end of the day, I've always been a multi-console owner, and I've always been a PC gamer as well. So if you've known my history, I was really big with Nintendo, and Nintendo, you know, didn't have really a dog in the race when the Wii U was out, and I defended the Wii U over and over and over again, especially to people who absolutely bash the console. But anyway, I just like video games at the end of the day, and seeing all these people who are pro Sony and anti Xbox crying essentially on Twitter, it's actually quite funny. I think it's very toxic, and I also think that this idea around console wars has been insane. I mean, even Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, was like, yeah, we lost the most important one, the Xbox One and PS4. Yeah, but now that Microsoft is more or less going to service subscription based anyway, really don't think it matters, right? So, like, I genuinely don't even think that there's going to be another, like, iteration of Xbox, right? It'll all be through Samsung Smart TVs. They'll be streaming. Like, I feel like a lot of Microsoft is just pushing subscriptions and streaming anyway. I could be wrong, and honestly, I hope I'm wrong. But, you know, with the ease of access with PC gaming, and I know PC is not for everybody. Believe me, I totally understand. But I also think that Xbox really isn't focusing so much more on hardware anymore. And you can kind of see that with, they just are now bringing out a new Series S that was announced a few weeks ago with 1 terabyte storage. And if you want that, awesome. I think the Series S is a fantastic console for what it is. But truth be told, like, that's not their bread and butter. Game Pass Ultimate is their bread and butter. Acquiring all of these studios to put onto Game Pass really is going to put those games in the hands of people in multiple different ways. Like, you got to think of the bigger picture, not just consoles It's going to be on phones. It's going to be anywhere that you can now stream games. That's going to be a massive thing that they have been pushing and will continue to push and innovate. As far as PlayStation, man, like, you know, they have a lot of fantastic games. They have great studios behind them with a lot of storyline. But they're still very much classic, kind of like Nintendo. And I would expect that from Japanese-based video game, like the scenery. And that's not to say that Sony's taking an L. But Jim Ryan is not taking it too great, which, again, it's unfortunate. They're probably trying to scramble to see who they can buy up at this point. But I just wanted to talk about this because it was very funny scrolling through Twitter and seeing everybody's like negative comments towards Xbox and praising Sony. And guys, the console wars are over. They've been over. Now it'll be a battle of like virtual as opposed to like physical boxes. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, I don't really care either way it goes, mostly because I think that Activision has not made a great game in a while. Anytime that an Xbox acquires a studio, the games tend to not be great. For instance, huge Halo guy, but 343 has definitely destroyed Halo. I hate to say that, but it's true. So, you know, we'll see. I am happy to see an acquisition like this go through, because it's massive. It's, you know, very talked about media and very big in our space. But I'm not optimistic about the future of Activision, man. Like, Call of Duty, to me, I haven't played a good Call of Duty since, wow, Black Ops 3, and even then I wasn't a fan. I think the last time I had a lot of fun with Call of Duty was Advanced Warfare and Verdansk Warzone. So, you know, and as far as World of Warcraft, man, I'm too far behind. I can't even get caught up with World of Warcraft. I don't even know how to play that game at this point. I played it a little bit as a younger guy, but I've always been more of an old school RuneScape. But anyway, with all that being said, I just wanted to make this video. If it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, I know a lot of people are mad, and it's just really hysterical for me to watch people be mad about something so silly as video games. I'm sure there's a bigger point that someone will point out to me of, well, this is bad because of this, and hey, that's fine. Honestly, if you guys really feel that way, buy a PlayStation 5, buy all the games that they make. Like, I remember getting roasted and flamed for buying Mario in different ways on the Wii U and the Switch and so on and so forth. Keep supporting Sony and buying their remasters, because it's probably all they're going to do for a while, aside from Spider-Man 2. And that's not a knock at Sony. It's just we're a little bit of a drought, you know? But anyway, that's kind of my opinion. It doesn't affect me either way or the other. Hopefully Microsoft does something good with these titles or makes good games, because Activision's obviously not doing a good job, in my opinion, with that anyway. Sony people, I have no idea why you guys are being very toxic right now. Just continue to keep playing what you want to play. Call of Duty is staying on your system. Funny enough, I'm wearing a Call of Duty shirt today, which is very ironic. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video because I just found it comical. Leaving me into the comments like what you guys think. I'm an adult enough to have a genuine conversation with people, not argue. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your time on the internet. See you guys soon.